Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slane Hope, and I got an important video for y'all to check out. If you made it past the thumbnail at this point, I appreciate you being here because I know how triggering it could be, especially for the sisters. But I have a very, very important message to the black community, and I want to just be talking about these 5 points, right, of why our black women are in danger, right? And it's really for the black community though, so bear with me. And if you like it, make sure you like it, you share it, you subscribe to the channel, and you make sure you help me circulate this video because it's very important. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the first point. It's about building black families. I made a video about the 10 solutions that black people need in order to kind of like succeed in America. And one of the things that I mentioned is building black families. This is one of the reasons why they help dismantle the black family. Now, it's clear that black women and black men have grievances. We have some type of issues with each other that is preventing us from getting together. And then there's also some external factors that are helping contribute to the situations that we are in today. So one of the grievances that I have kind of like heard women say, right, is that black men are not in the lives of their children like that, which is something that is changing, right, slowly. In the last year, they reported that 73% of households, right, of children had their fathers in their lives. Talking about black people. And they said that's the highest it has been in 30 years. So it's clear that the men are making some strides. Now, there might be some other issues that black women are having, but this is not specifically about the issues. This is just me highlighting certain things. However, when it comes to the issues that black men are having with black women, it don't seem like we are getting anywhere, right? It don't seem that they are taking the same initiative to kind of like address the grievances that black men are having with them. For example, one of the main things that guys keep saying, and I've been saying, is the attitudes of black women. Now, I know, please bear with me and stay to the end. Now, attitudes come from, where does the attitude come from, right? The insufferable attitude. It comes from your philosophies, right? Now, who is teaching you these philosophies? Philosophies is basically ideas, right? That kind of like alter the way you think. They make you have certain thoughts, which alter your attitude, and your attitude changes your behavior. Now, I said these things about y'all. I said these things to y'all in other videos about Malcolm X talking about these things, right? So let's talk about the philosophies. For example, some of these women are going to college. In college, they're teaching you about patriarchy. They're teaching you about misogyny. They're teaching you about sexism. It's not necessarily that these things are bad. It's not necessarily that some men are not doing these things. The issue is this. The way that they are teaching these things, the way that they are putting this in the minds of our sisters is teaching them that being under the dominance of a man, or being under the household of a man, or being under the authority of a man, it is bad. They're teaching them that patriarchy is bad. They're teaching them that a man being in power is bad. They're teaching them these concepts, these ideas, which breed a certain type of attitude of these women towards their man, right? Which leads to them not respecting their man, which leads to them saying things like, I don't need a man. I don't want a man. You ain't shit. Like, it leads to them just having certain negative attitudes towards their man. And I think this is one of the main problems that we are having, right? Malcolm X once said, he said, only a fool will let his enemy educate his children. So what happens with this? Even if the woman don't go to school, these women that did go to school, or these women who are reading into these things, these ideologies and these ideals, they're going on Instagram, they're going on Twitter, they're going on social media and posting about it. So a lot of other women are seeing these. And these women, some of these women have never even been to college. They don't even really understand these concepts. They can't even really break them down and decipher them. But they're agreeing with them because other women are posting them. So a lot of these women are just agreeing with shit and are just going along with shit just cuz, right? So it's creating this attitude. It's creating this, I don't need a man. I don't want a man. And in return, a lot of these women are not respecting men. So when they come back home after learning this stuff for 4 years, if they want to wait to college, they resent their fathers. They don't respect their fathers. Some women, they don't have their fathers in their lives. So they already don't have that disdain and that disrespect towards their father. And then the ones who do have it, they don't respect what he tells them. They don't respect his word. They don't respect the things that he tell them to do. They don't respect the advice. They don't respect none of that, which I think is also part of the problems in staying together in these unions, because your father is supposed to be the one who chooses your mate for you as a woman. Because a man, and I'm not trying to call women dumb, but a man is the one who is supposed to vet for you. He's supposed to be the one who gets to know your potential suitors to pick a man for his daughter. That's his job. That's the man's role. Because a man can't tell a man sweet nothings in his ear that's going to deceive him and play him like he could do to a woman. Like they say, a lot of women fall in love through their ears. They say guys fall in love through their eyes, right? What you see. We fall in love with what we see. So anyway, because men are not there to vet for their daughters, or when the man is there, the daughters are not respecting the decision that the father is making, they go out there and they get into these bad situations, they get into these bad relationships. If you remember back in the days, everybody used to be involved in the marriages. The families will meet each other. You know, you bring this man around your family, and your mom and your dad will meet him, and they will tell you if they like him or if they didn't like him. We don't do that no more. Women feel like, because again, these ideals and these philosophies, they're not respecting the word of a man. So take it even further. Some of these sisters are getting jobs now, right? And they resort to, a lot of women, you hear them even say things like, if he doesn't make enough money, you ain't man enough, or you're not a real man if you don't make a certain amount of money. So some of these sisters, in the same token, because they're making some money now, they think that they could say things like, I don't have to respect you. They're not literally saying that, but they're like, I don't gotta listen to you. I make my own money. I don't need you. This is the things that these women are saying. And so anyway, the attitudes is breathing this insufferable, intolerable, disrespectful behaviors that a lot of our men, some of them put up with. They tolerate it, I don't know why, but then a lot of men are complaining. And a lot of these sisters, instead of taking accountability and saying things like, you know what, I'm wrong. You know what they're saying? They're saying it's the fault of a man. Again, this goes back into the mindset that patriarchy and male-dominated society is bad. So when you see these women complain about their previous relationships, they put all the blame on men. It's rare to hear a woman say, you know what, it was my fault. It was my fault the relationship didn't work. It was my fault while we broke up. I was doing this, I was doing that. It's very rare that you hear women say that. They put all the blame on men for whatever happened in a relationship. If a man not too, even if they don't like you, they put the blame on you. You wasn't tall enough. They say you wasn't tall enough. You didn't have enough money. You didn't have character. You didn't have car. You didn't have this. They put it on you. They don't even say, you know what, maybe my standards, maybe I'm wilding with my standards. No accountability. They never say, you know what, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm a little delusional. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's, no, it's never that. It's never a reflection about what they doing wrong. It's never a reflection of what are they, could they change something about themselves? No, it's always, you should have been taller. You should have been this. So that's just an example. So going into my next point. Point number 3 is don't put up with it. I don't understand why brothers are putting up with this type of behavior. I really don't understand why some brothers are putting up with disrespect. Men know how we are about respect. Men will kill other men over respect. Some men will even beat girls up. Not that I'm agreeing with that. Some men will go to that extent just to try to show their respect. So brothers, you don't have to do this to this woman. You don't got to put your hand on a woman. You don't have to put your hand on no men to achieve respect. But I get it. Sometimes men are more prone to beat other men up, But the point I'm trying to get to is, what type of leader are you if your woman don't respect you? It's a real question. If you living in a household, if you got your daughter and your wife, what type of man are you? What type of leader are you if they don't respect your decisions? If they don't respect the words that you say, if they take you as a joke, if they laugh at you when you tell them certain things, they don't respect you, bro. So what type of kingdom do you have if your subjects, and I'm not trying to say that in some peasant stuff, but what type of kingdom do you have if the people under your jurisdiction don't respect you? If your sons, your daughters, your wife don't respect you? And it's not about money. It's not about money. And this is the thing that people be misunderstanding. It's not about money. It's about respecting your man just the same way he got to respect his woman. So I don't know why some of these brothers is putting up with it. I know some brothers is pandering. They don't get no butt. So I feel like they got to put up with this because these women be around here talking about take me as I am. And some of these dudes really do be taking them as they are. I don't know why. But I'm here to tell brothers, stop putting up with that shit. Stop putting up with disrespect. Stop putting up with insufferable women who take no accountability, who don't want to change. Stop putting up with these women who say all men are jerks. Stop putting up with these women who are rude to strangers. When you take them to a restaurant, they are rude to the waiters. Stop putting up with these women. They're clearly showing you who they are. They always sarcastic, right? They never take accountability, right? They always and they feel like they deserve to be spoiled. I made a whole video about this. They feel like they are deserving of certain behaviors for nothing. They feel like they don't got to do nothing but just look cute and they're entitled to everything. Stop putting up with these behaviors, brothers. Stop putting up with these behaviors. Be a leader. Reclaim your manhood. Okay? Point number 4. Do not make your love political. A lot of brothers, I hear a lot of people say, and I used to do this, and I'm talking about myself. I used to be this type of brother that used to say things like, I'm never going to be with a white woman. If you really think about it, if you really look at that thumbnail, that's an old picture. I don't even have a beard in that picture, right? But I always said things like this. I'm not, my love is political. I know it's the symbolism, and I do want to see black families. I do believe black people should be together, right? And I know that symbolizes something, that shows something to people, because they're always talking trash. And it's not more so about people, but it's more so about us. Our children should grow up in 2-parent households with marriage, so that they can embrace that and grow up and uphold the same things. So I believe in these things. At the same time, I don't believe in being disrespected. I don't believe in dealing with insufferable women in the name of some politics because how it's gonna look to people. No, I want to be happy. And sometimes happiness is not gonna come from a black woman. No, I'm not trying to, make it sound crazy. Sometimes when you sit here and tell yourself, I'm only gonna date black, and a lot of these black sisters are drinking the juice and the Kool-Aid, and they're becoming insufferable, and they're doing this, and they're saying they're not going to change their attitudes, then what you going to do, brother? You're going to still be with that? You're going to be in an unhappy place in the name of politics? You're going to be in an unhappy place because you want to prove something? Nah, brother, I don't agree with that. And I'm not making my love political. Also, I'm Muslim. It goes against my religion. But overall, I think people have the right to be happy, man. We've been through a lot of shit as individuals and as a people, and we shouldn't be putting up with no toxic shit in the name of some political shit or some pro-black shit. Lastly, number 5, don't let them guilt you. This is another thing that these women are going to try to do. The moment you start talking about you're going to leave, you're going to go to another race, you're going to go deal with a non-black woman, whether it's white, Caribbean, African. Again, when I say black, I mean Americans, right? So when you start telling them you're gonna go out the country to find you a wife, or when they see you taking these steps, or when they see you mingling with the Hispanic ladies, or when they see you talking to the white woman, or anybody that's non-black American, they try to guilt you. They try to say you're the weak link. They try to say, oh, you're a sellout. They try to call you all of these things, right? They talk all that shit about the men that are leaving them, but they will not sit here and change for you. They will not sit here and change to keep that man. Listen to me very carefully. They will sit here and complain when you had enough and you're ready to leave and go somewhere else where you're being treated better, but they will not sit here and make the necessary changes to stay in your life. Come on, brothers. It doesn't make any sense. And lastly, I'm going to say this. If you made it to the end of this video, you might not like what I'm going to say, but this is the last thing I'm going to say about this. At the end of the day, the black man is the most masculine man that there is. I don't care what they try to tell you. I don't care what they say. This shit ain't about money. He don't have to be the man that make the most money, but he is the most masculine man that there is. And most women, all these women crave a black man. They know we're the most masculine thing that there is. And the moment those women can put aside their attitudes of racism, their attitudes of whatever prevents them, or caring what their family thinks, the moment those women could do that, put that to the side, I'm telling you, the black man is the most masculine man that there is, and women want to be with a masculine man. Unfortunately, on the other end, the black woman is not the most feminine woman that there is. And a lot of these men from other races are not breaking their necks to be with you. They not. So it's a poll that was asked to a lot of men, and black women was at the bottom of the less desirable women. This is not something I came up with, and I'm not saying this to try to be harsh. I'm just saying that if an event happened that black men started to leave the black woman in droves because y'all feel like, y'all want to be however you want to be, they're not gonna struggle as much as you to try to find love in other cultures, in other races, in other ethnic groups. But all of this stuff could be prevented if you are only willing to work on the grievances that black men are telling you that you need to work on. It's that simple. It's that simple. If you was to just look at yourself, reflect, and really be like, you know what, I got some work to do, then shit could still be saved. Because you know what, shit gonna hit the fan someday. And you saying you don't need this man, but yet you want this black man to protect you. You still want him to be there for you. You still want him to do certain things. It's not gonna work like that. We already have animosity. We already like not liking each other. We already like beefing. Really, you need to think about this. Reflect and try to listen to the grievances of your man. With that being said, if I said something beneficial, if I said something good, like it, share it, and let me know in the comment section what y'all thoughts are. Y'all stay blessed out there. Y'all have a good one. And remember, man, don't make your love political, man. Love who love you and be happy. Peace.